obviously starts with taking a look at the dashboard itself, being familiar with what's going on with all of the different aspects of your account and the various different places that you can go to make sure that you're staying on top of that. In fact, if you're not doing that, that's something that you should be integrating immediately. There should be someone on your team who has their finger on the pulse of what's going on with your account. And if you don't have somebody doing that, or you're not doing it yourself, you really ought to start doing that immediately. It's critical and necessary, especially going into Q4. As many of you may be aware, this is the time now up until October where historically, annually, Amazon has gone in to have their yearly purge of accounts that might not be doing everything that they should be doing. And so one of the places that you would go, obviously, is your account health dashboard to see what's going on, to see the notifications that you've received, and to make sure that you're responding to them on a regular basis. You'd be looking at your account health and you'd be looking at your notifications, but you want to make sure to go into each and every single one of them to make sure that you've marked them as read and to take necessary and appropriate action. And not just monitoring, but one thing that's often misunderstood is the number of those notifications that need a specific type of response. A lot of the time, Amazon will ask for you to make sure that you're aware of what's going on, but then you'll need to respond in such a way as to get that notification removed. So it has to be addressed, and usually with the plan of action, I've found that that's not happening a lot of the time, and complaints will arise on an account, and a seller might not be aware of the fact that those are marks against you that Amazon's considering as part of your overall rating of your health behind the scenes, to say, hey, these are your diagnostics, and it looks really bad if, one, you're not looking at those notifications, if you're not replying to them in a timely manner, and if you're not getting them actually removed from your account. Especially anything having to do with, let's say, the more significant issues like IP complaints or suspected intellectual property complaints, listing blocks, all those kinds of things. Most of the time, sellers are looking at that as like, oh, this is affecting my sales. But nothing affects your sales more than if you don't have an account. If you're not able to sell, especially going into Q4, a lot of what can be caused by that is these sort of latent issues like IP complaints or inauthentic complaints, used sold as new, all those kinds of things. They all need addressed for the most part. And so you've got to have somebody on your team who's not only monitoring those things, but taking care of them and getting them removed so that you have the ability to sell again for each of those notifications.
Hey, it's Ankita Patil here. Before you leave, make sure to subscribe to SellerApp's main YouTube channel, where we upload all things Amazon, expert tips, and some how-to guides that will make sure you're winning on Amazon. You will not get this anywhere else. Until the next time, happy selling.